War, war, and somehow even more war. If you thought the Saga of Tanya the Evil the movie was finally going to give Tanya a break, yeah, not happening. The Empire basically looks at Tanya and says, "Another battlefield? Sounds like the perfect job for you." If you enjoyed season 1, you'll immediately know what you're getting because this movie wastes no time and jumps straight back into the war. The movie starts with Tanya wrapping up a campaign, and for a brief moment, it actually feels like she's finally going to get some rest. That hope lasts about 5 seconds. The Empire immediately sends her to the eastern border because the Federation is preparing for war. From there, the movie mostly focuses on the conflict against the Federation, while also showing that other countries are slowly joining forces against the Empire, making the situation much worse than before. But let's be honest, the real star of this movie isn't the war itself, it's Tanya's terrible luck. Every time she finishes one impossible mission, another even bigger one appears. That's basically the entire movie. One operation leads to another, and despite all her success, she somehow keeps getting dragged deeper into the war. Then Mary enters the story, and she completely changes the atmosphere. If you remember the soldier Tanya killed near the end of season 1, this is his daughter. The moment she recognizes her father's rifle in Tanya's hands, this stops being a normal battle. It becomes personal. I genuinely enjoyed every encounter between Tanya and Mary. Mary has overwhelming magical power, and unlike most enemies Tanya has faced, she actually forces Tanya onto the defensive. The movie also hints that Mary's power isn't exactly normal, making Tanya suspect that Being X is involved once again. But in the end, Mary's biggest weakness isn't her lack of strength, it's her emotions. Her obsession with revenge makes her ignore orders and fight recklessly, and Tanya manages to take advantage of that. Even then, the movie doesn't end their rivalry. Mary's survival is not clear from the anime. They kept it suspense, I guess. Towards the end, Tanya realizes the Empire can't keep fighting this war with the current strategy, so she proposes a new military approach. Of course, she's also hoping this is finally her chance to stay away from the front lines. She finally thinks she's escaped the front lines. 2 whole months doing military research, no bullets, no explosions, just paperwork and strategy. She was probably celebrating harder than after winning a battle. And then, reality hits. General Zetur looks at her brilliant research and basically says, "Excellent work, now you'll personally command an even bigger force using these strategies." I honestly felt bad for Tanya there. Every promotion somehow makes her life worse instead of better. Overall, I walked away with almost the exact same opinion I had after season 1. The action is good, Mary is a great addition, and I liked seeing more of the world's military situation. But at the same time, it never felt like the movie did anything drastically different. It's more of Tanya doing what Tanya does best, surviving impossible battles while desperately trying to escape them. So, should you watch it? If you enjoyed season 1, absolutely. It's a direct continuation and you'll probably have a good time. But if you weren't fully convinced by the first season, this movie probably won't change your mind. Personally, I still have mixed feelings about it, and if you're short on time, I'd say watching the major highlights is enough to follow the story before season 2. That's all about the war. Thank you for watching. Until next time, take care.